Speaking to Chris and the lack of the opportunity to negotiate and the restriction that any further criminalization will put on both the buyer and the seller of sex, in my experience, it's all about building a relationship. It's all about care and providing a service that somebody is actually willing to pay money for. And I can only speak from the indoor perspective and the perspective of someone who came into the industry knowing that I valued myself and I valued my experience as a massage therapist, and that I could bring a lot to the industry and was therefore empowered to charge a lot. So there had to be this space where I could speak to my clients about who I was, what I was offering, what they could expect, how much money that would cost them, and develop that rapport as any healthcare professional would. And so I'll keep emphasizing this point whereby I see this as a healthcare issue, and that the criminalization of such only increases this perception in the public's mind of this being a deviant thing, that human sexuality is actually something to be feared, something to be pushed away, something to not talk about, and that's just carried on down through the generations, which in my mind not only messes with the public's perception of sex workers and the consequences that sex workers and their clients have to live out as a result of that perception, but it also warps our perception about our inherent sexuality, our human sexuality. What is it about? How are we taking care of it? How are the educators in schools talking to their students about it? How are parents talking to their kids about it? How are healthcare professionals actually dealing with people's sexuality, in particular sexual dysfunction? So, as I say, I can only speak from this indoor privileged perspective, but I saw a lot of vulnerable clients. So for Peter McKay and Stephen Harper to call my clients perverts is just like, are you kidding me? These are human beings. They're vulnerable, they're seeking help. And my peers are pretty much the only professionals that are willing and able and brave enough, because I'll tell you, this takes a hell of a lot of courage to step into this industry. I was absolutely terrified in the beginning because I didn't know how much support I would get and who these people were. I soon discovered that the people that came to me were more frightened than I was most often. And in speaking to Todd and other police officers who have come out to events along these lines, I've gleaned, okay, I'm not at risk here, really. Where I was at risk was the perception of family, friends, neighbors, school officials for my daughter. It was this public perception of, oh my God, she's either crazy or deranged or diseased, like there was something drastically wrong with me for choosing to take my skills as a massage therapist, someone who's comfortable with naked bodies, and apply it to a field that really needs help. So yeah, in order to